Welcome to my tips and tricks video. I hope you've been enjoying my content so far. If you're wondering why I might sound different, that's because I'm using a new microphone. If you guys like it or don't like it, tell me down in the comments. Anyways, let's get on with the video. So, first thing I'm going to talk about, lubricant. This stuff is wonderful. It makes your engines run way smoother, helps you get a better seal, and just generally will help your engines last longer, will keep your Lego bricks from getting too rubbed up. And if you'd like to know the ratio of the oil that I use, it's not just straight olive oil. Although straight olive oil will work fine in the short term, just you gotta wash it off when you're done, because it can eat away your bricks over time. I also use a little brush, you could use any brush or even a cotton swab or your finger. It just helps to apply it, and apply it liberally. Do as much as you feel necessary, and then a little bit more than that, because as long as it's not obstructing anything, a little more oil never fails to keep things in check. Let's move that to the side. Next up, have the 2 to 3 ratio rule. This also works if you have a 2 to 1.5 ratio. That also works. Or even a 4 to 2 ratio. That also works occasionally, although not as often. So up here I have a little model that I've constructed for you guys to be able to see. Little 2 to 1 ratio. Sorry, just saw a mouse. Next up, gear your flywheels. Helps a lot. Oh yeah. Also, have a 90-degree offset. That also helps tremendously, because your engine probably won't work without it. Yeah, gearing flywheels, I find, is really fun, because you can get a higher rev out of your engine, and it'll still have the benefits of having a flywheel. So if your engine needs a flywheel, you can make it spin a lot faster if you have a geared flywheel. Because if it's just a flywheel by itself, it can lead to it being a little sluggish, just because it has to haul all that mass directly. I like to use a very small gear for the crankshaft, and then a larger gear for the flywheel. That means that when your engine is spinning, it spins the flywheel a lot slower, which means one, you get a lot more power off of your connection. Sorry, saw a mouse again. We have a bit of a problem. Alright, decide with that. Next up, glue. I use Gorilla Glue, because it's really strong. Do not glue your good Lego pieces. Glue knockoff pieces. So, you can get a knockoff Technic set for 15 bucks, and it's all compatible with Lego, it just has less clutch power. And you can also sand, cut, or even glue knockoff Lego without fear of damaging your more expensive Lego bricks. So I recommend clear Gorilla Glue. That's just what I use. Have a few knockoff pieces in this engine, or broken pieces. You can glue broken pieces if they're broken beyond you being able to use them regularly. In here, I have a universal joint that the ends of it have snapped and started to bow, so I've glued them to a knockoff axle so that I can have more clutch power again. A tremendous amount of clutch power. One might even say so much that you couldn't remove it. Yeah. That's tips for glue. Next up. That did not work. I recommend that you have personal protection equipment, such as eyeglasses, goggles, because these engines go very, very, very fast, and they have a tendency to explode. And if you're not wearing safety glasses, pieces can fly up into your eye and blind you. And no one wants that. So I recommend that you wear eye protection. Sometimes if your engine is really loud, you might want to wear ear protection. Or even if you just have a really loud vacuum that gets even louder when you hook it up to a vacuum engine. You might want to wear, just wear protection in general. It's always a good idea. Even if you don't think it's necessary, wear eye protection, ear protection. It just helps a lot and will protect you in the long run. Next up, drawer liner. I use this stuff underneath my engines to keep them from running away. It also helps to dampen it so it's less likely to explode or shake itself apart. So with that, you're going to get some drawer liner. I just use cheap foam drawer liner with string in it. It's really easy to cut and shape. I just use a little piece about yay big. Like you can put it underneath base plates or anything like that to get more surface area. And it makes it a lot harder for your engine to move away and fall off something like an edge or just generally run away from the vacuum. So yeah, drawer liner. Do not take it out of drawers that your parents have put it in. That will not make them happy. So you probably have some spare around somewhere. Ask them for it and then cut it up to the correct size. And yeah, next up, reinforce everything. You want everything to be really, really strong, even redundantly strong, because that'll mean your engine lasts longer without exploding. For example, this one has an absurd amount of reinforcement, which means it is very sturdy. Stout but sturdy. And this one, you may have seen in a few of my other videos. I'm very proud of this one. It's a double-acting vacuum engine. Yeah. This one has a lot of the principles that I've been talking about in this video, or actually all of them. So it runs really nicely, throttles well because of the oil and the gear ratio. So if you want to build engines like this, just use these tips. They help a lot, and in the long run, they'll make you a better LEGO vacuum engine engineer. If you'd like to see more content like this, or if you'd like to see more Minecraft content, more LEGO content, then you can tell me down in the comments. I read every single comment. So if you have questions, if you have complaints, or things that you'd like me to do differently, you can talk to me about them. And I can see what I can do. I can try and change stuff. If there's an absurd request, then I might not implement it. Just because it's an absurd request. But if you have something like you'd like more Minecraft content or something, you can tell me. And if you need tips, and if you need more tips and tricks, or you need one-on-one help with your vacuum engine, you can tell me. As I very clearly have a lot of tips to give, and I'm always happy to help. If you guys have questions, then tell me down in the comments. And yeah, that's about the end of this video. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you in the next one.